you want to keep the belt on Logan Paul, so it's got to be somebody he goes over. Interesting to me would be a Randy Orton. That would be interesting. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of Writing with Russo. I'm here with the namesake himself, former WWE head writer, former WCW World Heavyweight Champion. He is stretching and flexing all at the same time. Vince Russo, how are you, my man?
I am doing all right, Dr. Chris. How are you, my friend?
I am splendid.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yes, indeed, man. You know, as we do every single week, we talk about wrestling and topics of wrestling and writing and predicting and booking and all that fun stuff between you and I on this show. We got one specific topic to talk about for this show. We got Logan Paul winning the United States Championship against Rey Mysterio at the Crown Jewel PLE. He was in a boxing match. He called out Rey Mysterio after the match, and this leads to a match at Crown Jewel. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Paul is the United States champion. First, before we get into booking, as we do on this show, what is your overall thoughts? What are your overall thoughts on Logan Paul becoming the new United States champion of WWE?
I'm 1 billion% totally fine with that, bro. We've said many times, man, Logan Paul is better than 75% of the roster. He's got charisma out the wazoo. He can get heat. Absolutely great move.
I agree 100%. I've said it on previous shows. I think it's a fantastic move. I'm a big fan of it. I think it's a great crossover, decision. I think it brings, WWE needs Logan Paul more than Logan Paul needs WWE. Mm-hmm. And for that reason alone, him bringing the United States Championship to his impulsive podcast, bringing that type of feel to it, bringing that element to his podcast, having a belt there will reach people who don't even watch WWE. At least it'll turn some people. So I think it's a great business decision, man.
I do too, bro. I have no qualms whatsoever about it.
Agreed. So let's spend some time figuring out what to do with Logan Paul heading to WrestleMania. If there's one person who you would have Logan Paul compete against at WrestleMania, who do you think it would be? I've got one person, and you can spend some time guessing who I think it is too, if you'd like.
I got one person that I think would be very, very, very interesting.
Okay.
But you want to keep the belt on Logan Paul, so it's got to be somebody he goes over. Interesting to me would be a Randy Orton. That would be interesting, okay?
Okay.
But he's got to go over, so it can't be Orton.
I've got a different angle on this.
It's got to be somebody who can go toe to toe with him promos. I don't know, bro. Could it be title versus title against Seth Rollins? But he already wrestled Seth Rollins, right? He already did that
this year. Yeah, at WrestleMania.
Oh my God! So do we know what brand he's going to be on? First of all, is he on the red brand? No, he's on the.
He's on SmackDown.
Oh, he's on SmackDown.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Give it to me. Give me what you got.
So my prediction is he will go against LA Knight, and I do think that LA Knight will beat him. I don't
really.
Yeah. I think this is just to make a marquee match at WrestleMania. I mean, having the belt for 5 months is just fine. I mean, at 5 months to see who's going to stick as far as his particular people, that his particular followers. 5 months of bringing them over to WWE is a lot of time. So I don't think he needs the title after WrestleMania. I don't think he's still a part-timer You know, I mean, he's still doing his endeavors, and he's his own entity. So I do think that they're going to want to have a full-time competitor have the title after WrestleMania. Again, you've got 5 months to build it. As far as him being champion, I don't think he'll get to the LA Knight stuff until probably the top of the year. He'll probably have another feud, probably even have a rematch against Rey Mysterio or something like that win. And I do think LA Knight versus Logan Paul, mic work, all that. It'll be a thank you for LA Knight, as far as just kind of like his opportunity to kind of climb that ladder. Yeah, they threw him in a match against Roman Reigns, but it was a filler type of deal anyways. It's more of a spectacle. I think LA Knight is the way to go with him.
Yeah, bro, but let me ask you this. It may be a filler to you and I. We may totally understand that, but I'm talking about to the average fan.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it feel kind of like a consolation prize, bro? Like, you couldn't win the big one. You couldn't beat the big dog, so you got the consolation prize. I mean, would it be good for LA Knight?
Oh, I definitely think so. Yeah, I think the consolation prize was crown jewel. I think that was just a feeler just to see where he was. I mean, there's no chance that he was going to win the title. I mean, Logan Paul went against Roman Reigns in the Saudi event. So they usually kind of just do the spectacle. They realize that they want to pull the wrestling crowd. LA Knight's a hot name right now, probably one of the hottest names in WWE as far as popularity is concerned. So they're using that to appease to the Saudi crowd, and they're bringing Roman Reigns in as the champion. So I just think that this was more of just a one-off type of deal, just throwing somebody in there, just like a one-off was with Logan Paul, with Roman Reigns.
I just think, bro, knowing the players,
mm-hmm.
Bro, I just don't think LA Knight is the kind of guy they're gonna get behind. He's they as in Triple H, as in the powers that be. Bro, he's a veteran. He's not just gonna fall in line. I mean, we've seen bouts of him being outspoken. Bro, that crap does not work there. That's why I think they keep promoting their NXT people. They want, Triple H, Sean, they want the yes sir, no sir, we'll do whatever you want us to do. I just don't think LA Knight is from that cloth, bro. And I'll be honest with you. I think they needed an opponent for Roman Reigns. They threw him in there. They got their opponent. I think it goes downhill from here for LA Knight. And it has nothing to do with his ability at all. I'm talking about office politics.
I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight there because I've never been a part of WWE office. You have. I just think when I'm thinking as far as momentum is concerned, the points that you make are fair points. I do think, though, Vince, that with LA Knights, everything that you said as far as just being outspoken is fine, but I do think that they will cash in on the popularity by making him a mid-card champion. Everything that you said make good points, but not to ascend him and bank on him to be that main event caliber person. I do think that you cash in on his popularity by making him a mid-card champion. I mean, and that's an old school route anyways, right? Ultimate Warrior is one of the most popular people in the WWE. They made him Intercontinental champion. See how it went, see if he was still popular, he became world champion, so It's just that traditional route of giving you the mid-card championship, seeing how it feels, seeing how same thing with Austin. Austin popularity started to soar, and you were there, he became Intercontinental champion, see how it was, see if the popularity still goes. He ascended to the higher rankings and became world champion. So I do think that tried and true traditional route, nowadays they haven't been really honoring that as much. And I think that they should more, because you give someone a mid-card championship to see if they're still popular during this time. And then that's when you see, that's when you ascend them to the higher level and give them a world championship if the popularity still stands.
Got you.
Yeah, so I do think that would be a cool thing. I think you mentioned mic work, Vince. I mean, who else on the mic can at least make it believable because Logan's good, man.
McDonough.
Well, there you go. I think McDonough could. I think McDonough could do it.
No, McDonough won't work.
On the mic, yeah. McDonough and Logan Paul, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Logan Paul brings the heat, man. I think
he's great, bro. He's great. He's got charisma. Here's the thing, man. When you watch a guy like Logan Paul and you see that charisma, Chris, you can't teach that.
No,
like you can't. No, bro. The guy can go to promo school and cut $1 billion, bro. No, bro. That's the it factor.
That's what you call an intangible.
Yes, you can't teach that, bro. That's special. Yes,
indeed, absolutely. Yeah, he's good, man. And you got to give it. You got to give it to WWE for seeing that.
I agree with that
and being able to cash in on that, man. He's fantastic. He's a natural. He's just a natural charisma magnet, and WWE was able to capitalize on it, man. So you got to give it to him. I think, and to your point, making him U.S. champion also a good business move, man.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we shall see where that goes.